Hi, everyone. I'm so happy that you're here. We're so excited because you know what? Every time something new happens with this company, it's always good. And so we're happy about that. And we received an email from David on Saturday. And then you guys you got part of it today, I believe, if you check your emails, and the rest will come tomorrow. But we got first movers advantage on this information. So we wanted to make sure you guys were aware of it because it's pretty exciting stuff. So as David mentioned, they're adding enhancements to the compensation plan. And if you haven't seen that already, like David said, there's a video that Steve did. There's also a video on the email that went out today from corporate with David explaining just a little bit about it. But basically, it's more money. They're reducing things, requirements, and they're adding more money to the comp plan.
Let's
And you're
go
going to
right
go
into
over
it,
all that.
and that way we can talk about them as we're all looking at it together. Okay. Okay. So here's my analysis of what we just found. That you're going to do have to do less, and you're going to earn more. And I think that that's a winning combination right there. They've got about five people on the board to uh, revise or remodel this comp plan. And so for you people that are on, if you haven't reached manager yet, the requirements for you to reach manager have all dropped. So before, you had to have 110 points of personal volume. That could either come from your purchases or from your customers. Well, they've dropped that down now to 75 points, which one sleeve of X39 will cover that.
Exactly. Hmm.
Now, it's going to reduce your total volume from your team, but it's making it easier for people to advance. So that's good. And so the maximum volume rule uh, for director ranks and above is going to increase from 50% to 65%, which means, do you want to explain that?
Yeah. So, for example, once you get to director, they put a cap on. Let's say you have sponsored somebody, and that person is producing, for example, uh, 2,000 points from for you, like their team, that person and the people they put in is producing 2,000 points for you. Well, before, in order for you to qualify for director, you could only use
50%.
50% of that. So therefore, you could only use 1,000 points of the 2,000 for your qualification. Well, now they're changing that. So instead of the 50% that you were capped at, now they're going to 65%. And that's a big difference because if you have somebody on your team that you sponsor that's really working hard and their team is growing, well, before you could only take half of, whatever their volume was and use it to qualify you. Now you'll be able to do 65%. So that increase is going to make a big difference for those of you that are at the three-star manager, and are like you've been trying to get to that one-star director. Well, this is going to help you there
Absolutely.
because before you might have had, a person that's producing a lot for you, but you couldn't get more than the 50%. Now you'll be able to get the 65% off of that person and their team. Okay. So for this is going to be huge for those of you that are on the team. And I know there's quite a few of you that are at that three-star manager and been trying really hard to get to the one-star director. Well, this is going to help you a lot.
And they left the bonus. So
Oh,
even though they're
yeah.
making it easier, you still get that bonus for
Right.
going
The
director.
breakthrough bonus. So they did not take that away. They still left that, but they're just making it easier for people to reach it. Now the
This
next
this one
thing,
we would call in this the third leg, which really was never a leg.
right?
You had to have two main legs, and nothing could have produced
Two
more than
main enrollment teams.
correct.
Yeah, because when we talk about legs, people get
Yes.
confused. Two personal enrollment teams.
Every personal enrollment that you have dangles down from the unilateral, and it's a leg. So uh,
So basically, you had to have two that you had to qualify with, and then everybody else that you've enrolled became that third enrollment group. Okay.
and they called it the outside largest leg.
Mhm.
So people were confused, like, where is this leg? Well, they've eliminated it up until
Executive.
executives.
So that is no longer a requirement, which is amazing.
Really cool because
Amazing. You know, I'm just happy for you guys because you guys are going to get to these levels
ours
a lot faster.
ours says that we got to maintain 6,000 points on some leg that doesn't exist as a leg. It's just a combination of different people, and it becomes the third leg. Uh, we got to do 6,000, and you guys have to do zero. So we're happy for you. The binary balancing requirement for one-star director has been reduced.
Right.
So
You'll see it here.
this is
Um,
what was, so that we can do comparisons. We can go back and forth on these two screens. I'm not sure where you are, but just take a look at where you currently are. And then we're going to go to this screen, which is what it is now. Now, I did not go past two-star executive because there's nobody on our team that will do that.
right.
But if you notice that one-star executive,
One-star director.
one-star director, they had to do the 1,000 points of the binary balancing, 1,000 on each leg, and now it's only 500. So this is making it a lot easier. So if you can see the new requirements to be active and save your points, 55. To be a manager, 75 instead of 110. Still a director is 110, and an executive like Carmen and I, we have to do 200. And so when you take a look at what your downline volume is, one-star manager is still the same, 750. Two,
But the volumes didn't change.
the volumes here did not
Right.
change for meeting the certain levels, but all this extra stuff that they had to do is gone. So uh, the best way is to enroll on an advanced pack and enroll the people that you put in on advanced pack. It automatically meets the requirements of these levels. So just to give you a heads up, it's not required that you do that. You can take longer putting in smaller kits, but the point is that if you were to do it quickly, advanced pack or above will get you these points quicker. So let's go back to what it was, and you can see where you were and what you would have had to do
You see where it says volume legs? You see how in
right
one-star
here.
manager and two-star manager, you did not have to have a volume legs. And that meant that, you know, you had to have somebody that you enrolled their team. Well, before it was at three-star manager, and you had to have at least one person and their group creating 1,000 points for you. And now they've taken that away.
So, so we're gonna just rotate back and forth a little bit, and then we're gonna move on to the next exciting thing that we got going on, which is starting tomorrow. Double momentum, double match. This is increasing the fast growth of your company through developing managers, and they call that the business launch bonus, where they paid you from the day they enroll. That first week that they enroll counts as one, and then 8 additional weeks from the date that they enroll. They can get money for going manager and maintaining a manager status. Well, they doubled the amount of money. So, with that in consideration, to what they just put us through with doubling the product introductory bonus, this one, they're taking it starts on June 8th, which is tomorrow, but they're going to give you credit all the way back to May 25th. They're going to backdate your enrollments from the double PIB bonus period. So if you put somebody in back then, it starts now, but they're going to allow you to include them in this double match. And so that I think is really fair. They're trying to build you. So here's what it's going to look like. New brand partner comes in. He's got from the week that he enrolls, that week makes number 9. And then counting down again, it's 8 more weeks. And then this is over with. So you want to get somebody launched right away as soon as you get them enrolled to go manager and 1-star manager and 2-star manager. There's a reason that you want to do that too, because if you look here, a 1-star manager normally gets in our comp plan $25 a week with a total of 9 weeks available. The week you enroll plus 8. With the new double, they're going to get $50 a week for 9 weeks. That's for $450 for doing what everybody has to do just to go manager. A 2-star manager normally gets $50
A week.
a week those first 8 weeks, but now it's going to be $100. So it's double the bonus. It's trying to get you to develop the duplication in your business that's going to begin to launch your company, launch your business down. So they're paying you to do the work that it takes to get that duplication started in your business. So as the enrolling sponsor of that person, you do have to be manager level yourself, or at least the level, like if you're going to get the 2-star management bonus, you have to be at least 2-star manager
Or
along
higher.
or
Right.
higher along with your enrollee. But 50% comes to you. So thinking about one person, that's not how we think. We think we're putting in 4 people, going to help them all go manager.
Right.
That would be 4 times uh, $25 to you every week,
Mhm.
and 4 times $50 to you every week for. So I'm just saying that's $450 per person.
Per person that you help go manager.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So
So this is going on until July, guys. So you want to take advantage of this. And like David said, they are doing it retroactive. It
get your
goes till
date
July 12th for us, July 13th for Australia.
right. So because our closing time is already there next day.
Mhm.
All right. So here's some things that you need to pay attention to regarding that business launch bonus. That it's going to start back whatever business that you did already, you can include these people in that launch.
Their start date. So this is how it was explained to us. So even if you enrolled somebody on the 25th or the 26th or the 27th, they're going to make their start date this Monday so that they can have the full 9 weeks.
And
Okay,
that's
I want to make
amazing.
sure everybody understands that because we have had new people that have enrolled, and I want to make sure that they understand that they will also, uh, be eligible for this for the full 9 weeks, which is amazing because some of you enrolled, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and they're going to give you this opportunity. So I think that's wonderful.
What
You
I think is
also,
also just about that ninth week, if you enrolled on a Monday, you have all that week to go manager, and by Sunday, where if you enrolled on a Saturday, you only have until tomorrow, Sunday.
right, because
So
our weeks ends on Sunday.
Carmen and I, in our original enrollment, we enrolled on a Monday.
Mhm.
And by Tuesday, we were
We
manager.
were
We had our 4 people in to be manager. Back then, you had to have 4 to be a manager
right.
and 110 points. So we did that in 2 days. And by the end of the week, we had already made more than our premium kit back in money.
Mhm.
So this is how we think: build quickly, build wide, and then build those deep. And that's the concept that we follow. So you have to remain active, and the person that you enrolled has to remain active during that 9 week period. They can't just buy one sleeve and then don't buy another one
Yeah.
and expect to get points all that time. No, they've got to remain active. They got to remain qualified as a manager to receive their business bonus. That means that, let's just say that they do their 75 points, but next month they only do 55, they're no longer qualified as a manager. So you need to make sure these little details are covered with your people so they can make that money all the way through their full 9 weeks. Also, both the enrollee and the enrolling sponsor must be at least 1-star manager to collect this money, and the sponsor must match or exceed the paid rank as of the new enrollee. So if the new enrollee becomes a 2-star,
And you are a 1-star manager, you're only going to get the 1-star manager bonus. You're not going to get the 2-star manager bonus because you did not match your enrollee's rank. Okay. You can go over that rank. You could go to 3-star manager, and that's fine, but you have to be able to hit at, at match
at
whatever
least,
paid as rank
at
that
least
your
what
new
they have.
enrollee has achieved.
So I want to review real quick. So let's go back. It's easier to go to work. They've dropped down your requirements for your personal volume. They've increased the amount that you can utilize from your team members up to 65%. They've removed the outside largest legs for the lower levels. Um, then the binary balancing, they actually took it out and only left it for, what was it, director?
No,
500.
no, yes.
And so this is what we were dealing with. This is what we are at now.
Let them take a picture of it if they need to. You guys make sure you take a picture of it before he changes it.
That's what we had,
Mhm.
but that's changing tomorrow.
Right.
Okay. So this is tomorrow, and I only went up to 2-star executive because we don't have anybody uh, higher level than us on our team yet. You guys got to outpace us. Come on. So 75 points is manager level now, 110 for director, 200 for executive and above. Anyway, so 500 points left and right. That's not that hard for you guys to do uh, to be a director and get that director bonus, which is 500 bucks.
Yes, absolutely. You
You
get to
hit
break
director, and
the first time you hit it, you're going to get $250. And then they give you 4 additional weeks to hit it again. And they give you up to a year to hit it again to get the other
but
$250.
not our team. Our team's marching right through.
That's right.
We're soldiers.
Mhm.
And then the double, this is for momentum in your business, getting those business launch bonuses moving in those people. So you could put in 4 people and get that double match bonus from 4 people. If you put in 20 people, you get the double match
There's no
bonus from
limit.
20 people. It's money in your pocket for the first 8 weeks that you decide you're going to like launch your own business. So when you launch it, you're launching other people as well, and that's how you make that money. And
And also, I want to make sure everybody understands because I know we have some people that are international in our team. Other than Indonesia, you can sponsor anybody in any country that is part of this promotion, which is almost all the countries except Korea. Um, and they will
there
also
was 5.
qualify you for not, I mean, they can, like, so if you're Canadian and you enroll somebody in the US or you enroll somebody in Mexico or whatever, they still count for you. Indonesia is the only country that they have to be in Indonesia. If they're from Indonesia, they have to be in Indonesia to be able to get this promotion.
Okay. And then we went over that you have to be same level or above.
Take a picture of it if you don't have
Okay. So next, we have a trip. Now, knowing David Schmidt and having been on a trip or two with him, he doesn't hold back. So this trip is for Anaheim.
it. For the international convention, that's going to be in California, and it's happening October 14th through the 17th.
So, but I would plan on, if you're going to win this, a little extra time, because And when you read this, he's going to give to you $500 travel credit towards your flight. Exclusive reception. Well, that can't happen during the main convention
Well, it can, because it could happen on Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Twilight Disneyland Resort experience. A private breakout with David Schmidt. That'll be the closest you get to be with him. Reserved conference seating, probably right up front.
Mhm.
And then a special recognition for you throughout the entire thing. And we already know that he's got a couple of bands coming. And on Saturday night, it'll be Janet Jackson. So you might have to be right on front row with Janet Jackson singing right over the top of you. The amount of points you have to earn are 500 points.
And that's for you and a guest.
And that starts tomorrow and it ends on August 16th. And you earned this. I tried to copy this, and whatever reason, it became fuzzy. So you get 10 points for every personally sponsored customer that you bring into the business.
That's a retail preferred or a preferred plus.
And they got to be in order of at least 99.95. Okay. So that's 10 points towards the 500. And then if you enroll somebody on a core, that's 15 points. If you enroll somebody on a advanced pack, it's 20. If you enroll somebody on an advanced pack plus, uh, then it's 30. And if you enroll somebody on a premium, it's 50 points. Okay. So they're going to backdate this all the way to May 25th as well. So the points that you've earned since May 25th count for this trip, which I think is pretty awesome of them to backdate like that.
Mhm.
All right. So basically, the last thing is if your personally sponsored person advances to 1-star manager, you get 35 points. A 2-star manager, 55 points. A 3-star manager, 70 points. And a 1-star director, 90 points. So if you're only going to do managers, you need 14. If you need 2-star managers, you need 9. 3-star managers, you'd need 7. And a 1-star director, you need 6 of them.
And th these have to be personal to you, not in your downline. Okay.
And
So very important.
and I'm thinking that David Schmidt is gonna, other than washing your feet, probably do anything he can to make your trip the best possible trip ever.
So, can you go back to the first page that talked about it? You guys are going to be receiving this. You'll probably have an email on this by first thing in the morning. It'll probably go out sometime late tonight. Um, but this is really exciting because, before the trips that they've offered have been to destinations. This is actually to our conference, right? So there's
And
requirements.
he has
So
made an
there's
announcement that
there's
he's going to be.
requirements that you have to, if once you earn this, you have to make sure you get a ticket to the convention. I mean, that's one of the requirements if you don't have one already. And where the convention is, because it's the same place it was last year, it's right by Disneyland. I mean, it
Across the
is
street.
across the street. So it's an incredible thing that they're putting this together. And so, going to the convention is an incredible experience. The people that went with us last year got to experience it. But I think it would be much better going as a VIP.
I think so
So
too.
we're gonna run for it because we want that VIP event, and I would encourage all of you to do that too because it's I think there's something about when you're in that convention and it is international and you get to see people from all over the world. And last year we had short of 10,000 people, and it is empowering. It is energizing to be in a room with that many people, and
Excited.
then you get to meet some of these people and you get to hear some of their testimonies because the same testimonies that we're having here in the US and Canada's having in Canada, Well, people are having it all over the world. And that's how you make connections because you get to meet these people. And you know what? You might have a family member or you might have a friend that has a certain disease, and you might meet somebody there that has had incredible experience with the patch. And you learn. So it's not just the training you're going to get from corporate and what you're going to hear from corporate, but it's also about the relationships and the connections that you make with the people that attend. I think that's really important.
And we were on a executive presidential um, meeting with David Schmidt, and it dripped, oops, off his lip. He's got a new invention to share with us come
That's it's
at
going
the
to be,
convention.
yes, and it's going to be showcased there.
So,
So, very exciting times for Lifeway. For those of you that have been keeping up, we're back into the number one momentum of all the network marketing companies. There's over 6,000.
correct.
So we are number one worldwide, and that is huge. And I really believe that, these next promotions that he's doing, that he's really putting money into this comp plan is to continue that momentum because when you have it, you want to keep it, right? You want
Exactly.
to keep going with it. So we encourage all of you to, run harder than you've ever run. Um, you know, really take advantage, of this money. And I know some of you are not doing it for the money because you're really more focused on the product. But you know what? You might know somebody that really does need money. And this is an incredible way for them to be able to, not only make some extra money, but they can also pay for their product, right? And also, you can let people know, hey, I'm going to go to California and I'm going to go see this convention with this company, and I would love for you to join me. And I have a way to help you get there because this money that they're going to earn, extra money that they've added to the comp plan, you're going to get paid for it uh, before convention. So you're going to have the money to be able to pay for your ticket for convention. Also, to pay for your hotel. There's a list of hotels that are giving us, discounts. The convention is right in Anaheim, and the hotels are right around it. So there's,
The
please
convention
contact
center.
us. Yeah, the convention center. Contact us if you have any, if you're wondering which hotel to pick, because we were there last year and we got to see which hotels were really
It's
close.
hard to pick a bad one
They're
because
all right there,
they're all like
Yep.
adjacent to the center there.
Yes. So we encourage you to do that. And also we have the Unstoppable Convention in Orlando.
I
That
guess
is
they'll
in
put the money in your
August.
pocket to get there.
Yes. So you want to make sure you sign up for that. And that's at thisisitconvention.com. You can get all your information there. And, we're just really excited that, hey, we're starting June, very strong here. This company is starting, and we've had some great rank advancements in our team. And I would like to recognize
Let me go back.
those people that rank advanced in May. And I want to make sure I do a shout out to them, and we'll see what happens with June. I want to see a lot of you rank advance because now with all this extra that they're giving us, it's going to be a lot easier for you guys to do it. And we're here to help you every which way we can. And these are the names of the people: Corinne Fusey from Canada, hit 1-star manager; Beverly Uli from Canada, 1-star manager; Sarah Beck from Edgewater, Florida, 1-star manager; Kim Johnson from New York, 1-star manager; Rebecca and Gary Taylor from Edgewater, Florida, 2-star manager; Raul Almazan from Laredo, Texas, hit 3-star manager. Woo! And Paulina Torrejon also hit 3-star manager, and she is in Tucson, Arizona. So you see, it's happening all
Everywhere.
over, right? So we want to make sure that, you get the recognition. And I want to encourage all of you, if you hit these ranks, don't keep it to yourself. Help somebody in your team achieve that also because they deserve it. They deserve to make the extra money. And now with this double bonus that's going on, if like David said, if you help somebody in your team, your personals, go 1-star manager, the company's going to compensate you. They're going to get compensated and you're going to get compensated, right? So there's no reason for you not to help people in your team. And again, we are here. We're here to help you. If you have any questions, we're here to guide you, to tell you, what you need to do. And also, before I forget, uh, all of these changes in the comp plan, okay, um, might not register in your back office. They said for at least a week or two. But if you look at that chart that we had, those are the right numbers. And you might just have to, right now we have circles, right, on our back office, and it kind of tells us where you are. Well, for the next week or so, we might have to do it ourselves because the computer might not show the new requirements.
Steve just sent
So,
out an email. I don't know if y'all watched it yet or not. It was him and Andy, and they were in Italy with Steve and the team,
presidentials.
the team that put together these numbers with David Schmidt, and David Schmidt approved it there. I mean, this is like fresh off the printing press, still
Mm-hmm.
warm. And
Mm-hmm.
so Steve put out a video telling us about it. They haven't even had a chance to come home and David to get his computer systems up to match what they just decided over there, but doesn't make any difference. It is what it is, and we know it now. So let's run with it. What we don't want to do is like when I was a kid, my mother planted me in front of the TV and I'd watch cartoons, and one race car would zoom past another race car that's not going so fast, and that race car would be spinning around in circles and circles. And in the we don't want to be that race car. We want to be the one zooming past.
Mm-hmm.
So let's make this be something that we make a decision to do. The money is on the table for you and it's for the taking. So how do you take it? Start enrolling people and helping them go manager. It hasn't changed since we got in this business. You start enrolling people and help them go manager. But the amount of money you're going to make now is so much more than what Carmen and I could have made when we first came in.
Yes.
It's really, it's so encouraging that they've actually upgraded the
Mm-hmm.
system that much.
Yes. So anyways, we would like to open up the mics, and if anybody has any questions, we would love a chance to be able to answer them. Um,